Today, I'm going to cover custom audience so you can retarget your customers to bring them back into your restaurant. Now, this is a cost effective way of running your advertisement. Now, the reason why it's so effective is because you're already telling Facebook and Instagram, this is my customers, please show them my ad. And this is why it's so good, because if you're just running an advertisement for the city of New York, then you're telling Facebook and Instagram to go out and find these people for you. So it gets a lot more expensive because it has to go through all the population and find out which is your customers to convert them. So this is the reason why this is so effective. Now I'm going to jump into the computer and actually show you guys step by step in how to do this. So we're here in Ads Manager. This is the ad account. You need to make sure right here, this is the name of your ad account that you created. So you need to go ahead and make sure this is the proper ad account. So once you're on here, the first thing you want to do is come down to audiences. And right here under audiences, I'm going to explain a couple of key things that you can actually use right away. So right here under create audience, we're going to go ahead and create a custom audience. So right here, you have different sources that you can actually use, but the specific one we're looking for is actually, which is website visitors. So we're going to hit website. Once you're here, you want to make sure that the pixel that you created on the last video, we covered that. So go ahead and watch the old video if you're wanting to understand how we can get this pixel. Under events here, we want to make sure that we're sending them to a specific page. This page is usually your menu page that you set up on your QR code or in your website, because it's very important for you to actually make sure that these customers most likely visited. It doesn't have to be perfect because you're probably going to be covering it through your budget. So it's not that big of a deal if you have people that or just visited and checked your restaurants. Maybe it's a good idea to keep them reminded also that they've checked your website and the menu but never converted. So don't be so, I would say, nitty on about this specific thing. So we're going to click on this right here, and here we can say equal. And right here, let's go ahead and type restaurants near me. I'm just going to pick one specific restaurant. Let's see this one here, website. I'm going to go to the menu, and I'm just going to take this right here and bring back and copy this and press enter. So once that is done, that's basically done. Right here, we can name this audience as website menu visitors / QR code scans. And here we can have a description if you'd like. I'm not going to have a description, and then we hit create. Once you've created this, it actually prompts you to see a lookalike audience, which I will cover in another video, exactly how we can actually do this. But for now, we actually have all our main audiences here, and it says populating. So this is very important to actually wait until this is actually stops populating. You can run an advertisement before that, but I would recommend waiting for it to stop populating. It maybe takes between 30 minutes, sometimes 3 hours to populate. So once that is done, we can go ahead and create an advertisement. And once you come into campaign and then hit create new campaign. And here the objective is usually you want to do traffic for retargeting. It's the cost-effective way, and hit manual campaign. And once you're here in the manual campaign, this is where you can just name your campaign retargeting menu scan / menu visits. So once that is done, you don't really have to do anything in this part. You can skip this part and go straight to the next part and call this. This is where you can say where you want to send them. If you're sending them to your online ordering, maybe you can send them to Google Maps. If you don't have a really good website, to Google Maps directions so they can see, again, remind them how close you are, restaurant or calls. But my recommendation is send them to a website, possibly an online ordering if you want to actually increase your online ordering. And then here, what you're going to be doing is coming straight to here and actually going to straight switch to the budget. The budget here would be $3. So that's if you're under 10,000 custom audience. If you have more than that, maybe you can go 7, 5, 7, 6. Wouldn't go more than that. So but keep 3. That's most people how you're going to be targeting these people. And then here you can skip this part. And the most important part here is that you can come into this part right here and now select your restaurant location. So let's see, this is Bob 49. See if it shows up. Place. Yeah, that's the right place. Now we're going to actually increase the miles to, let's just say 5 miles out. Perfect. This covers right now a bit of Toronto, a bit of Mississauga, and in the 5 mile radius. And this is what's so good about it, because you're targeting your customers that live nearby you and you're showing them their ads. And usually the audience are very, very here. You see, if you target the whole, probably going to be like a plus, right? But we're going to actually redo this even more. And this is the option right here. So we're going to come here to audiences, and we're going to click that button, and then see under custom audience, we're going to come here under website menu visitors. This is the one we've created, and we're going to click on it. And once we create this one, we can right away switch original audience option. And the reason we're doing this is because if you don't do this, Facebook is going to go ahead and start pushing your advertisement to people that most likely have a better chance of converting on your ads. We don't want to do that. We want to actually just target the people who are your customers, who scanned the QR code, who visited your website only. So we're going to use original audience. And once that is done, it might give you or something like that. Ignore it. But the daily estimate, this is because it's not populated yet. So once we go down right here, we take this one here, reach beyond your custom audience when it's most likely to improve. We're going to actually untick this one. Again, we don't want anything to do with new customers at all. We just want people who are customers only. So we're going to go ahead, and if you have an age, for instance, if you're selling in the US, you might want to be doing 21 plus, but that will do 18 and above for majority of restaurants. So that's the probably age. Now, basically all you have to do now when you're coming into the new ads, that part. So let me actually explain how this works. So there's the ad campaign level, which is selecting your objectives, and there's multiple objectives. We shows traffic. Here's your ad set. Here what goes into where you're sending them, where you want to target, and with the age, demographic, your custom audience, your placement of advertisement. But you don't have to worry about everything in here. Whatever I showed you is exactly enough for you to actually get started. So once you come here, this is where we can say video ad, retargeting, photo ad, retargeting. Okay, it's simple and straightforward. Okay, so here under here we can choose again whatever, if it's a video or it's a photo. We're going to go ahead with a single image or video, depending on what you want to do. Okay, so that is done. We can come into the bottom here and select and add an image. So we're going to skip this part. By the way, you don't have to actually do this part. We come here to add an image. And let's say we're going to use this creative right here specifically. And we're going to go ahead and then add your text here, your ad text. Again, with ChatGPT, this is a lot easier. I'm going to probably show you this in another video and how you can craft really proper ad copy to convert your customers. And then here, get your offer, for instance. And then here, we can come back and get offer. Okay. So this is the call to action. This is the headline that goes right above under the ad. And this is the big text, like the caption on your Instagram and Facebook, right? So we're going to hit next. And then here you can have enhancement. I recommend actually doing these. It just gives it an effect and makes it more engaging. So we can go ahead and do this. Now, the website URL is where we want to put it here. So if we're going to into online ordering, we're going to come here to ordering. Okay, maybe I need to click that. Okay, so sending us to Uber. You don't want to do that. It's better always to send them to your own website, because you want to give the data to Uber. Plus, they're probably paying more money through Uber. So if you can take it through your own website, it's probably better. If Uber is an option, you can go ahead and do that. Okay, so it's done. Once it's done, you're basically set for the advertisement. You can go ahead and hit publish. So if we want to do a quick overview, is that we've set our campaign, which is traffic, and then we selected website as our conversion location. And then here under budget, we selected our budget, which is $3 to $7, depending on how big is your audience. And then here scrolling down into custom audience, this is where we've created that audience and we selected it right here. So we target them, and then we deselected Advantage Plus audience. We only did switch to original audience and unticked the advanced custom audience. Okay. So this is very important to actually keep in mind. This is the probably the most important section of your whole ad setup. And then we're going to select the location where we want to target these people. And that's basically everything that needs to be done. Here is where we put our photo or video ad here. Now you have definitely more options here. There's flex, which is you can do multiple videos, and then basically Meta will test them out and see which one is the best performing one. But if you have something specific that you want to do, you have one image or one video you want to show, you can go ahead and select single image or video. That's here, and make sure that you're putting your website or destination that you want to do. I do want to mention a really good way of actually, if you have good reviews and good Google business, I would say. So basically what I would do is once you do this right here, you see this two arrows, you can go ahead and click this one. It sends you here. This gives them an option to order online, to get direction, to see the price range of what they're to spend, and their phone number to call if they have any questions. And since they have like, let's say 5,000 reviews, it becomes more credible, it helps convert people. So what I would do instead of this Uber, I would come and convert this into this Google Maps link. As you see here, it will actually even show your rating. So if you have like 4.5 or 5+, it's really good to show this. Okay. This is also how you can preview all your ad copies, placement that you are seeing through Reel, like feed, stories, all these places will show you right here. And once that is done, you just hit publish and wait for your ad to get approved. And then that's done. You've already launched your first custom audience retargeting campaign for your restaurant. Again, this is the very most friendly way of actually advertisement because it costs you almost nothing to do advertisement. Usually it costs way more to get new cold audience into your restaurant. Now, if you guys want to learn how you guys want to do advertisement for a cold audience, you can go ahead and check out our next video.